ibn-e Nafis, he came up, he was a medical doctor, and he corrected Galen. Galen की एक theory थी about circulation of blood. वो क्या थी? Any doctors here? अच्छा, Galen की theory ये थी कि when the way blood circulates, the way circulation of blood happens is, he says आपका जो heart है, heart में you have two ventricles. You have the right ventricle and the left ventricle. Heart के अंदर, if you look at it anatomy, there is a right ventricle and there is a left ventricle. Galen said that blood circulates from your right ventricle to your left ventricle. कि बीच के अंदर एक artery है, एक vein है, which connects the right ventricle with the left ventricle. That is how blood circulates. And for about 1,000 years, लोग ये सोचते थे कि this is what science is, this is how blood circulation happens. कि दिल के अंदर दो chambers हैं, right है सीधे हाथ पे, उल्टे हाथ पे, blood flows from the right hand side, goes to the left hand side. Ibn-e Nafis came and said that this is wrong, गलत है. और उसका वजह बताई. वजह ये बताई कि जो इंसान का दिल है, ये बात ठीक है that it has two chambers, right ventricle and the left ventricle, पर दोनों के दरमियान there is a wall, एक दीवार है. और ये दीवार ऐसी है which is not porous, यहाँ से यहाँ नहीं जा सकता, यहाँ से यहाँ नहीं जा सकता. ये एक solid दीवार है. कोई चीज़ भी right से left में नहीं जा सकती. The way it goes from right to left is through another artery, not the heart, not the, उसको कहते हैं another, this is called the pulmonary circulation of blood. It goes through another circulation, another way in which the blood from the right ventricle goes to the left ventricle. And this was such an amazing theory. Normally this is called the discovery of the lesser pulmonary circulation of blood. The discovery of the lesser pulmonary circulation of blood, which is just fancy English. आसान बात ये कि किस तरीके से the blood flows from the right ventricle of the heart to the left. Galen ने कहा था कि it flows directly, heart to heart. Ibn Nafis rejected that and said that no, there is another pathway. That is the pulmonary circulation. Ibn Nafis was doing this in the 13th century. 200-250 साल बाद, in the Latin Europe, there was a person by the name of William Harvey. And William Harvey ने फिर वही theory replicate करी. Unfortunately, बदकिस्मती से जब हिस्ट्री लिखी जाती है, हिस्ट्री ऑफ मेडिसिन, तो जो सारा एजाज़ दिया जाता है वो विलियम हार्वी को दिया जाता है. हालांकि he has just copied and plagiarized what Ibn Nafis has said 250 years before. Bias है ना? Exact this discovery of the lesser pulmonary circulation of blood, first person to think about this was not William Harvey. वो तो 250 साल बाद आया है. The first person to think about this was ibn-e Nafis. So you see ibn-e Nafis, and this is again this is improving Greek sciences. And remember, this is happening in the 12th century, in 13th century, after the Mongol invasion, after Ghazali wrote down his refutation. तो मैं एक तीर से दो शिकार कर रहा हूँ. आफ्टर जो डिक्लाइन कहते हैं ना, इसके बाद तो साइंस थी नहीं, मेडिसिन थी नहीं, उसके बाद जिस ज़माने में कहते हैं अब तो बिल्कुल डिक्लाइन का ज़माना है, उस ज़माने के अंदर दिस डिस्कवरी इज हैपनिंग. गेलन इज बीइंग प्रूव्ड रॉन्ग. तो एक तीर से दो शिकार. और तीसरा शिकार कि इब्न नफीस, as he was a doctor, he was a medical expert, but he was also a muhaddis, a very big muhaddis of his time. Muhaddis, hadith, muhaddis of Islam, yes. wrote down hadith commentary, wrote down baqaida, interest nahi, he wrote down works in hadith. A very big muhaddis of his time, jahan muhaddiseen ka tabaqat aate hai na, tabaqat, they write down the names of the muhaddiseen of the Islamic era. उन तबक़ात के अंदर इब्न नफीस का भी नाम मौजूद है. अब ये क्या हो रहा है? मुहद्दिस who is coming up with the discovery of the lesser pulmonary circulation of blood. हमारे दीन में there is no clash between science and religion. ये एक मिसाल है, you can multiply this by 100.